Hey guys, so I know it's been like a hot minute since I've uploaded any Minecraft videos, but this video has been like one of my most anticipated videos for so long, and I'm finally excited to release this video. But anyways, I've decided to do the 100 days in hardcore trend, but this time with some mods. The main purpose for the mods that I've used in this video was to make Minecraft feel more like diverse and make it feel like it has more life to it, as well as just quality of life changes to keep the gameplay and progression vanilla, but making hundreds of mostly minor tweaks to the game to make it feel way more alive and stuff. Personally, I think Minecraft Vanilla should feel a lot more how Minecraft felt playing with this mod pack. I'll include more info about the mods and stuff in the description, and where I got like inspiration from and stuff. And you'll see throughout the video like all the different mods that there are, and maybe I'll make a video showcasing all the mods. There's also a seasons mod too. You may also notice that there is a mini map with the day counter and the exact time in the world on the top left, and might be hard to see if you're watching on a small phone screen, but it is there. But anyways, enough TED Talk, let's just get straight into the video. So I started out as one would usually do. I looked around, started mining some trees. Unfortunately though, for day one, this is the only watchable footage I have before for some reason my PC thought I was recording for a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. I promise it goes back to normal for day 2 and for the rest of the video. I'm not sure why it did this, but looks like we've got a PNG image of me mining a tree. Got me getting some stone. I did some awful things to this cow. I'm so sorry. We got mining a piece of coal, I guess, and then just digging a wall into a mountain. And there you go. That was pretty much day 1. Nothing really much happened on day 1 apart from me running around getting some food, and I don't know why the footage was so messed up, but we're back to normal now. Even though it was nighttime, I didn't feel like sitting in a hole, so I continued exploring. I found a cool structure in the water and had some average loot. That was pretty cool, I guess. And I'm not really sure what I expected after eating that suspicious stew. Maybe they call it suspicious for a reason. There's also this other little cool structure that I wasn't sure what would be in it, but I saw cave sliders, and nope, I think I'm good. And my game crashed after viewing this advancement. I had to remove a mod, can't remember which one, but the crash didn't happen again. This village had only one house and no villagers, so not really sure if it was even a village. But don't forget, moss on. I explored through this interesting snow biome with a cool looking pillager outpost. And the igloo castle looked pretty nice, but it was pretty underwhelming. Eventually broke free from the snow. I was just on the lookout for a good spot to build a base. Yeah, I don't think that skeleton was very happy after he saw what I did to those sheep. This other village I found had some free armor to offer. I also thought I was going to stay here, but spoiler alert, I didn't end up staying here. And this is me putting my items in a chest thinking that I was going to temporarily live here. While looking around, I decided to do a boat clutch even though I didn't know how to do it. And afterwards, this villager, Coral, judged me for it. Yeah, screw you, Coral. And after the fact, I packed up my stuff as I couldn't live through the embarrassment of missing that boat clutch. Found this nice hilly area nearby and an actual cool looking village in the distance. Curiosity got the better of me and I had to see what the village had to offer. Turned out to be a really beautiful village actually. I was impressed. Utilized a nice mechanic from one of the mods here farming this farm, and this will be the only time I actually use the mechanic, as spoiler alert, I forgot about it later on, which kind of pissed me off, but whatever. There's actually a lot of villagers here, and one of them was making a lot of noise. Looked like they're having a party though. Decided to take my first nice rest in the lighthouse, and wow, these shaders really look beautiful here. I headed back over to the hill that I'd previously found as I wanted to make my base here. For the time being, I just used this tiny cave into a temporary shelter. Tried to make the best out of this place, but realistically, it just felt like a small cave with some chests in it. I mean, I wasn't really planning on making it my house anyways. After that, I wanted to chop all the trees down in the area just because I wanted to get started on building something here at some point. And this lasted all the way until dark. Then I went to bed. Continued to mine more trees on day 5, and that also lasted pretty much the whole day. Quite the day if you ask me. As I was walking around, I found a small cave and decided to pick up some resources here. For what it was worth, the small cave entrance ended up being a pretty big cave with a lot to offer. It was narrow, but pretty long. Also, great source of coal. I still can't get over the shaders though watching this back. Look how beautiful the sky and the landscape was when I left the cave. I decided to check out the other igloo that I found on top of the hill, and once again, pretty uneventful. Very basic loot, all things considered. However, I did spot another village in the distance. You know me, I cannot resist. I went straight to the village. Had to see what it had to offer. One thing I do actually really like about this mod pack was that every village seems to be pretty different and unique in a way. This particular one felt pretty standard and more like a regular Minecraft village, which was fine, but more subpar loot at best. Got some pretty diverse biomes throughout this mod pack though. Look at this. This is not something you see every day. Really cool if you ask me. Sun rose while I was still here, and there actually appeared to be another village right next to this one. And this one appeared to be a little bit more interesting. houses just felt so different, all of them. It was so nice exploring all of them. All kinds of new houses full of new experiences. This house right here just felt like a villager mansion. Like, just look at this. This is crazy. I don't think I mentioned this before, but I was actually taking most of the bookshelves that I found as it would make it easier for me to get a full enchanting table later on. Seems like these villagers even had a stone mining facility of some sort here. As much as I'd want to show you everything I found, despite everything I showed already, there was way more to the village that would just take too long to show everything. Like, this had to have been the most diverse village I have ever seen. What you're seeing now, though, is the middle castle-looking building that looked to be like their main base or something like that. Some kind of castle-looking thingy. Really interesting to see, and they even had some pretty cool rooms inside. I had a lot of fun exploring this village, and I guess I just must have a love for exploring new places and things like that. It's just something so special about it. I took a good night's rest at the top of the main building before I left. It's a new day and a new time for me to be adventurous again. I had started to head back home, but I guess I deviated paths and just kept exploring. And I found a cave again. You know what time it is. I'm just kidding with you. Only mined a few pieces of iron before I left. I ended up finding these two structures in the water, but I guess I decided to visit them later. I found this area right here, and I must have really liked it because I planned on moving here instead of the old spot. There's also a gigantic ravine here as well. I think I kind of just looked around for a while, I guess. I ultimately decided to just live here instead of the other spot. I guess I liked it here better. Well, time to go transfer all my stuff here. This was quite a long journey, and I'm not even sure what I had at the old base that I needed to go and get, but looked like I had a lot of stuff to grab. Then I just took a nap here. Decided to check out this floating igloo on my way back. Tried digging into this stone brick spot here and was actually shocked to find something interesting here. I used a boat to get down, and it looks like this was supposed to be like that zombie villager dungeon, but like a modded version of it. Not sure if it was supposed to actually have a zombie villager, but it just had one regular villager and then one empty cell, but whatever. Got some free bookshelves out of it though. Nothing really eventful happened on the way back. Slept the night on day 8 and started out day 9 chopping some trees once again. I don't know why I started spinning in circles. I guess I must have gotten bored. Planted a bunch of sugarcane and grabbed it and then made my way over to the ravine, and now you know what time it is. And hey, I found my first diamonds! And lucky for me, it happened to be a 4 vein. Also found a geode, and I really like the way the crystals glow with the shader. It's a very nice touch. Caves are generally pretty boring, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. Like, for example, I found diamonds here. This creeper set me on fire. Also found diamonds here. At some point, I found this really cool cave biome, which I thought looked really unique. I also came across more diamonds near the zombie dungeon. I marked a waypoint for it, and was definitely giving it quite a special name, and I was also just wondering, what the hell was I thinking naming this? Like, oh my lord. And what do you know? Skeleton Dungeon 2. Even better. No chest though for some reason. Don't forget though, yo, skeleton XP, free XP generator. Hell yeah, baby, free XP for later. I ended up just digging up to the surface when I was done, and I found myself in this really cool biome. Wasn't quite sure where it was though. I used my home waypoint to locate my way back though. I got home at around sunrise, and I gathered a total of 7 diamonds from that trip, which was meh, but it would do for now. I used those diamonds to craft an enchanting table and a pickaxe, and good lord, do you know what's next? I'm just kidding, I wasn't tree mining. I was finally going to visit these structures over here. This structure just felt like a mini ocean monument type thing that just served no purpose but to look cool, I guess. The other structure looked like a pillager outpost in the water, and I got an advancement for finding it. I also got a diamond in the chest and another one in one of the other chests, but apart from that, just average loot. There wasn't much more to the structure other than just a ruined pillager outpost in the water. The next stop for me was this village. I really liked the lighthouse they had, and wow, look at this view from the top. Like I said earlier, this mod pack just has its ways of making villages or just the world in general feel really special. Like, you're always finding new things. This village was maybe similar to that one big one I found before, but was still managing to have really unfamiliar structures, and I really liked it. It just felt way more diverse. We're almost 9 minutes into the video, and we're only on day 12. Not gonna lie, I should probably speed things up before this video gets too long. I finally started to make a base on day 12. Bit late, but here we are. Not quite sure what I was trying to do here with this cave base thingy, but spoiler alert, I ended up ditching it later on. I don't really think I had an idea for what I was doing, because I ended up spending the whole rest of the day trying to figure this out. I also decided that I'm a big boy and didn't need to sleep the night. I dug out an interior, moved my stuff inside, and this is what my base looked like by the morning. Pretty shitty, but it's whatever. Sunrise looks really nice though. Also got this wall of chests, furnaces, and barrels, I guess? I don't know why I started putting barrels and stuff everywhere. Day 13, I punched water. Quite an event. Then I chopped trees. Again. Not sure if I showed the top of this hill or not, but I think it's pretty cool. I guess I got curious and started taking a look around the area that I had here. I found this cool landscape right here. And what do you know, another village. I'll keep this short and simple and just say that the only real thing I got out of this was hay bales. Had a cool landscape around it though. I guess I must have gotten carried away because the sun started to set before I knew it. Watching this back, I think I was purposely avoiding sleeping because it would save time and allow me to get more done during these 100 days. So yet again, I guess I'm staying up the night. I risked my life getting really close to this edge, but don't worry, I survived. Hey guys, Mr. Beast here, and I'll be planting one tree in Minecraft for every dollar donated to Team Trees. These views underwater are so nice with the shaders. Honestly, just the texture pack with the mods and the shader pack, it's all just such a beautiful combo, and I'm sorry, but I just can't get over it. Like, just look at this. Why does the most basic of landscapes look so vibrant? Anyways, got a horde of cows and sheep with me now. If you've played Minecraft before, you probably know the pain of getting these guys to cooperate. It took so long that now it's dark. And oh, don't worry, they continued not to cooperate. Ah, much better now. My sugarcane grew! What in the world am I doing here? I guess I just sat here and did this for a minute. Okay, I get it. I've been doing this for the past 5 minutes. Can you please shut the fuck up? I am an actual psychopath. Please stop. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Team Trees effort earlier, but I really need to get this wood. Good morning, y'all. 3 nights in a row of no sleep, and I'm mining leaves. Not sure what happened here, but OBS died again, apparently. What the hell, OBS? This footage looks horrible. I don't know why this keeps randomly happening. 3 days into owning this house, and down it comes. I had some new plans already, and terraforming had to be done before I could start my new house. And this surely isn't dangerous at all. Pretty much just spent the rest of the night doing this. For once, I actually decided to get some sleep. At day 16, I pretty much just spent all the day gathering dirt and covering the big hole. Then I sat around trying to decide what I wanted to do for my new house. I ended up spending the whole night mining trees and dirt. On day 17, I finally started to build a new house near this ledge. I guess my idea was to put the house over the ledge, and I had this cool idea in my head, but spoiler alert, it didn't really turn out that cool in the end. Every time I try to build things in Minecraft, I try to do things that are like really cool, and it ends up like working, but it doesn't end up being what I picture, and this is no different. Whatever I had in mind with the fences just didn't work out, and I switched to cobblestone. Watching this back, I really wish my idea with fences or whatever it was worked out, because this was pretty basic and kind of boring. At least I got this cool space under here though. I'd pretty much spent the whole night working on this, and I guess it wasn't too bad. I think I was going for something a little unique here. I got some sand. Not sure what was happening here, but it looks like I must have been hitting my desk or something. Then I put some glass down. And on the floor too. Then I tried to make a glass door apparently. If only those existed. I ended up changing those walls to cobblestone and then sat here wondering why it looked like crap and how I could fix it. Spent the rest of the night working on the house. Honestly, didn't turn out too bad. It was basic, but it was cozy enough for me. Morning of day 19, now I've got to move all my stuff to the new house. I also decided to put my bed here because I made this to be a cozy spot to sleep. And with the power of editing, I could just say, boom, done. All of the chests have been transferred now. Look how pretty the sun is through these windows. Spent the night lighting up this ravine down here and also working on my house more. Started to make an enchanting room down here. Somehow this managed to take the whole night. This will do for now though. Looks like enchanting was next on my priority list. But if I want to enchant, I need XP. And how am I going to get XP? Well, if you remember earlier, I found not only a zombie spawner, but also a skeleton one. So I'll just turn those into XP generators. Or only the skeleton one. And welcome back to the caves. Got swarmed by zombies. I even had a little bit of an incident here. Feel like I probably could have been dead if that creeper had dropped down, but I guess I got lucky. Found diamonds while mining down towards the spawner, but I didn't decide to mine any of them because I wanted to get Fortune 3 first. Alright, welcome back to the spawner. I'm not really sure what to do here, so I might just put some sort of montage here of me making this into an XP generator. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed my montage, and I guess it's pretty much done now. I was trying to keep that one corner dark just so light didn't seep into the spawning room if you were wondering. I'm also pretty sure I ended up changing this a little bit later on to make it more effective, but this is what I had now. Farm worked, but it felt like it was a bit slow. Not really sure why I didn't do any enchanting. I just decided to go back to the surface, and I guess I went home. And that would make sense why I went home. Forgot to bring my diamond pick that I wanted to enchant. Looks like my first option is Stampede 3. No idea what the heck that does. Mod also includes a reroll enchant option that's very convenient, but I guess I must have not noticed that yet because I still used the book to reset the enchants. Then I immediately discovered it after. How convenient. Farm didn't seem to be working, but I had an idea for what could be wrong. I think my idea was to push them out of the chunk that the spawner was in, and no idea if that was the issue. And wow, I'm surprised how well that worked. Started by giving my sword Soul Fire Aspect 2, and then after that I got my Fortune 3. Took this as an opportunity to go and mine all the diamonds that I passed earlier. I also decided to use this as an opportunity to make full diamond armor. And would you look at that? How gorgeous. Then I went straight back to the XP farm so I could enchant it right away. I was once again immediately greeted with Stampede 3. Again, still not sure what that even does. After a lot of AFKing and rerolling enchants, I was eventually able to get Protection 4 on everything. Except for my chestplate. Yeah, I won't be keeping that. Protection 3, take it or leave it. Finally left the cavern by the end of day 25 and was greeted by phantoms right away. Found a wandering trader that sold an Ocean Explorer map for 38 emeralds. Who does bro think I am? I'm not that rich yet. A lot of hard work. I deserve to get a good night's rest. Yeah, I actually lied about only having Protection 3 on my chestplate, because I had a book with Protection 3 that I used to make a Protection 4. And now I have Protection 4 on everything, but for real this time. Then I headed to a faraway forest to chop some trees once again. I spent the whole damn day doing this. And night. And that surely didn't give me a heart attack. I guess I got bored and decided to take another visit to the village over here. And hey, found a diamond in one of the chests. Honestly, watching this back, it did not expect me to be stealing villagers, but here we are, I guess. Guess I needed that mending. As far as the journey went, it wasn't that painful given that the ocean and my house are both right next to the ocean. I didn't even have the place to put this guy yet. Before I made him a closet, I decided to take this opportunity to get some work done in the area down here. That already looks so much better than before. Wow. I almost fell down into this hole right here. That could have been bad. I ended up having this nice little area for villager Lisa here. But she would only get so much longer before I decided to... Yep, I'm making a tiny prison cell... house for her. Sorry, Lisa. I bought an Unbreaking 3 book from her. Thought I would have wanted mending. I used a bunch of my paper to trade with her some more. And then put Unbreaking 3 on my helmet and boots. Then I went to go get another villager, presumably this time one to give me mending. I hope you don't mind if I just kidnap you really quickly. Alright, Trina, it's time to give me mending. Please give me mending. What the fuck is dexterity? After a while, I eventually got it for 28 emeralds. Couldn't afford it right away, and I guess I decided to start planting some sugarcane so I could use that to make more paper to trade for more emeralds later on. Then I went back to the village yet again to take another villager. This one villager seemed stuck and I tried to help her out by pushing her through, but that didn't seem to be working. Then I mined the door and somehow she was still stuck, and then I tried mining the wall, and at this point I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I realized what it was. Oh my good lord. Then I decided to take her home with me. Not before fixing the house though. There's one thing I didn't know, it's that apparently villagers can rotate boats themselves. Based off of this footage, I have a slight feeling that I was probably going to use that villager as a Fletcher. The only issue was that she was still a librarian. I think I decided that I was just going to go back and destroy her workstation to hopefully fix that. At this point in the playthrough, we are now in the summer season, so the grass is extra green. Unfortunately though, Charlotte is still a librarian. It did not work. I tried all these methods of giving her a bed and a lectern to maybe have her like bind with them, and then I'd mine it and maybe she would like bind to the other lectern, but it just wasn't working. I guess I decided to make a cage for her anyways. Then I had a staring contest with her. I went to bed hoping maybe if the villagers slept, maybe that would reset her or something, but nope, she just woke up outside the cage still being a librarian. And apparently villagers can climb ladders. Oh Charlotte, you really are a goofy one, aren't you? What do you think you're doing up here? Well, I finally gave up on using her and decided to just use another villager. This villager is unemployed, so surely he'll work. Charlotte, I am so sorry. Also, you did not see anything. And would you look at that? Finally got a Fletcher. Although I think he raises prices after seeing me kill Charlotte. Even with the Fletcher, it was difficult to come across enough emeralds for mending, so I took my chances and decided to re-roll my mending villager for a cheaper price. Fast forward to the morning of day 31 and I finally got it again for 18 emeralds. You know what? I'll take it. Now I just need more paper. I'll gladly take some emeralds from you, now from you, and after all that, I can finally afford one mending book. You know what? One is better than zero. Now if you know me, I was going to grind until I could get full mending on all my armor, so I went to chop some more trees to trade with my Fletcher. I basically spent most of the night doing that until I decided to trade with the villagers, and the Fletcher was one stick away from a normal price this time. I slept through the night so I could continue trading with the villager the next morning, and this time his prices were normal. After a bunch of trading, I was able to buy 2 mending books. We're making progress. And an Unbreaking 3 book as well. I'll just do that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and boom! Now I've got a full set of protection for Unbreaking 3 and Mending Diamond armor. And I guess I wanted to spend some more time to work on my house and to move the villagers over to where the old house was, because where I have them now is not very optimal. Just gotta clear this out really quick and add some more room as well. I guess I thought if I added this fletching table that the Fletcher would bind to it and walk up to it, but oh no, where are you going? Sir, go back to that fletching table. Sir, get back in this boat. What is wrong with you? You have nowhere else to go. You must go into the building. Alrighty now, sir. Go! Into the building. No, what are you doing, sir? You are not leaving! Alright, well I'm tired now, so it's nap time. Alrighty, sir, thank you. Now this is your new home. Look, I even have a little gift for you. Boom, there. You can have fun with that. Oh my god, holy shit. Why is your stick price so damn high? Okay, genuinely speaking, I have no idea what I did to make his stick price that high. I swear I didn't kill any other villagers this time. Did he maybe, not like my gift or something? Whatever, I guess I'll just go get more villagers. Alright, Trina, it's your turn now. Come on now. Jeez, why do all the villagers hate this place? Does this, feel like a prison or something? Trina was literally refusing to cooperate. Oh my gosh, no way. Holy crap, Trina finally bind it to the lectern. Let's go. The last villager was easy. Bind it to the lectern right away. Villagers are cleared out now, so I have space to work on this area down here. I seriously cannot remember at all what my plans were for this area, but it looks like I spent the night dangerously putting in a floor here. Honestly, kind of forgot that I filled the ravine and built my house right over it. Enchantment room looks kind of funny with no floor, and that looks much better now. Morning of day 34, and I sat around waiting for cobblestone to smelt. And then I spent the day building ceilings, more ceilings, now a weird middle thingy here. Built some windows, walls, had this little cool area that I would use for like a half underground balcony sort of thing. Built some floors. You get the gist. It's just kind of me building stuff. I made a decision on the spot to use this area to put a staircase down to the cave below my house. And here's a view of the half underground little balcony thing that I made. I think it looks pretty cool, but it looks a bit strange from the top. I'll be taking some more sugarcane now and trading some more emeralds from you. I think I had this really cool idea to put like a glass room in the ravine here. I also added a window here, which I think looks pretty epic. I was also changing things around in the balcony room quite a bit. As I was working, I got the most random idea to put a bunch of glass on the floor here so you could look into the ravine. And damn, I think this is gonna look awesome. And there we go. Wow. This honestly looks really cool. I'm surprised I didn't think of this ahead of time since the ravine was literally right below my house. My usage of glass is almost getting out of hand now as I'm building a platform here. As for some reason, I guess I thought I was going to put a fully glass room here. Forgot why I wanted to do this, but I guess I thought it would be cool. And here's a view of the hallway. This honestly looks kind of clean. And I started making another little balcony thingy. I wanted to see how it looked from the outside, and I found a zombie villager. Decided to keep him for future use. You'll be safe in here, good sir. Slowly and surely, this place is coming along. Apparently, you can also see the sun rays shining into the ravine. Wow. Just look at this. This is gorgeous. And oh shit, there's a skeleton there. Gotta run. Looks like I spent the day enjoying the view of my strange looking house. I honestly can't tell if my house looks cool or if maybe it's just the shaders that just make the game look good. Decided to finish the staircase down to my cave system. This place is honestly really convenient. Apart from the fact that there's a creeper right there. I don't know about y'all, but I smell a cave montage brewing right now. I found this really cool cave with cobwebs filled everywhere for an eerie vibe, and I kind of liked it. Apparently when creepers are on fire, they spread fire everywhere and they blow up. I ended up finding this really interesting looking abandoned underwater ship inside of the cave. It looks really strange, but also really cool. Some chests had average loot, others had diamonds. The sounds of the waterfall make it sound like it's raining inside the middle of the cave. The loot was actually really diverse here, which I thought was really unique. I'd like to see this more often in regular Minecraft. The ship was honestly really cool. Just little things like this make me really enjoy playing the game. It makes me want to explore more mods and mod packs in the future. I found a bunch more diamonds throughout the cave, and I would continue to make a montage, but that would just take way too freaking long. I definitely did not shit myself right there. And another dungeon right here. This place is honestly huge. I got really lucky here and found a 9 vein of diamonds, which it seems like it's really rare to get any more than a 3 vein since 1.18. So I guess that's pretty cool. I'm just going to put a brief time lapse of me running through this monstrosity of a cave just to show what it really feels like to run through this huge cave. It feels like a bunch of huge caves all connecting together. And I finally decided to get some obsidian because I'm pretty sure that's why I was here in the first place. I have no idea how I managed to backtrack to the ship, but I guess my sense of direction must have been really good today. I was even able to see the bottom of my house from the bottom of the cave. I finally made it back in the afternoon of day 39, and I had come back with an entire stack and a half of diamonds after being in the cave for 2 whole days. Then I finally was starting to dig out a room for my nether portal. Don't worry, this was not going to be my permanent spot for a nether portal. I just needed a temporary placeholder so I could get in. And in we go. Spawned right next to a magma cube spawner, and it also appears that I'm trapped in some weird cube. I ended up just digging a straight line until I found something, and it appears that I'm in some form of like nether mineshaft with blazes and nether wart, and there's literally a blaze spawner right here. How convenient, I didn't even need to find a fortress. I think at this point I was in the phase of trying to prepare for the ender dragon, so I was just getting blaze rods. At times this would be a very slow process as I was very clearly getting impatient. I collected my final blaze rod for 15 and then headed back. As soon as I got back I started trading some emeralds, and I think I realized that trading paper was really ineffective, so I was going to try to find a better way to get emeralds. I think I wanted to cure that zombie villager, and I need mushrooms if I want to be able to do that, so I took this one mushroom I had and I wanted to figure out how to like plant it. However, I wasn't really able to figure that out at first. While I was trying to figure that out, I ended up getting really lucky and claiming this guy's trident. And after doing some googling, I got my mushroom tree. For the first time in this playthrough, I'm hearing thunder. And wow, I love the way that sounds with the mod pack. I feel like it sounds really realistic and relaxing. Now I'm brewing potions to cure the zombie villager. Alrighty now, come in here. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, we good. Alrighty, oh no, oh, what the heck? This is stupid. Alrighty, I finally got you guys trapped now. I just need to cure y'all. While waiting, it looks like I just spent some time admiring the shaders here. N.A., now we're a zombie doctor. And wow, would you look at these prices? This is awesome. These books are practically free now. And now I got a farmer. If only buying food was this easy in real life. I went to go do some enchanting and got myself a looting 3 sword and feather falling. Then I just made some upgrades. I took this opportunity to go over to fix the XP farm and to mend my sword and pick for the rest of day 42. I got back late at night and started digging out some grass for a farm on day 43, and also decided to start taking advantage of my looting 3 on Enderman when I saw him. Came across some pillagers and almost fell off the edge killing that first guy. Finally started to make my farm, and I guess I decided to make it right outside the entrance. Spent the whole night working on this, and it had 2 sides. And you already know I was still on the ender pearl grind. In fact, that was the next thing I was focused on. Since Endermen are more common in the Nether, and I decided to go there and dig up to the surface so I could just kill him there. Though I was put into this pretty shitty biome. I found this really cool looking city type structure with a nether portal, and I sent a gas own fireball on the way there. This magma cube ended up setting me on fire, which may not seem like a tragedy. However, spoiler alert, the fire never went away. I'm not sure if this was a bug or something, but I literally sat and ran around here on fire like, what the heck is going on, bruh? In a panic, I decided to bridge up to the nether portal in here while gas were shooting me, and thank the Lord I had a flint and steel. I got out of the portal and the fire went away immediately. I think I was a bit shaken up by that, so I procrastinated a bit before going back in. Upon re-entering, I was greeted with the pleasant sound of a ghast. And that, which I think that was the nether portal getting destroyed and relit by the gas somehow. I'm really not sure what that was. I finally ended up finding the blue biome thingy that I was looking for, because I'm pretty sure this is the one with the Enderman. I also found another fortress, which I decided not to explore right now. I ended up coming back on morning of day 45 and had over a stack of ender pearls, which was awesome. At this point, I was pretty much ready to fight the dragon. I just wanted to get some more levels so I could put Unbreaking 3 on my sword, and I also expanded the size of my farm, farming it some more, and more. Also, you can't tell me that this isn't super satisfying. Then I finally went back home, took a nap, prepared my stuff, enchanted my bow with power 2, and I was finally ready to set out to fight the dragon. And I had 22 Eyes of Ender. Honestly, kind of like when the end portal is far because I get to take in all the beautiful landscapes that this game has to offer, especially with these mods. I stumbled upon a beautiful village and it also had a beautiful cave right under it. Spoiler alert, I'm not sure if you noticed, but my dumbass still had the bad omen from the pillagers. And yep, there's the raid. During the first raid, I just sat around looking for the raiders, and oh shit, here they are. At this point in the raid, there's ravagers and stuff, and it starts to get scary. For some reason, this guy just sat here spinning, and did not stop spinning. I even found a bundle in this chest. I thought that they didn't add those. That was interesting. One of the main reasons I was actually pulling through with the raid is to fight the evokers. I figured if I took the raid, I would get totems of undying, which would come in handy for the dragon fight. Or they'd just come handy in general, honestly. At times I would get poisoned for long periods of time and just sit in the houses until it went away. But there were still vexes attacking me. Especially with the hardcore difficulty, things got really intense. And despite my full Prot 4 armor, they did some good damage on me. On this last wave, things got really scary. We've got evokers on top of ravagers and vexes, and I actually almost thought that this could be the end. Don't worry though, I had everything completely under control, as you can clearly tell as I almost die fighting this one ravager. And nope, I'm out of here. And this witch was the last raider remaining. And there we go, hero of the village. And I was still being attacked by vexes. I think that it was worth it, because especially in hardcore, you can never go wrong with having totems of undying. Found this weird looking pillager tower thingy. Really not sure what this was supposed to be. And I finally ended up pinpointing the location to be right here. And holy shit, here we are. I was honestly not expecting this stronghold to look like this. I think I forgot that I added a mod that revamped these kind of structures. From the start, this place was looking like it was going to be a huge maze. And huge staircases is something this place really specialized in. And you will not believe what I found in this chest. Holy shit, I found Other Side. Oh my god, you have no idea how much I love this disc. I'm so freaking happy I found this. And here I found the portal room. This is honestly a crazy looking room. I'm really impressed. And here I will now light the end portal. And I almost got shot into the portal. Alrighty, in we go. Here goes nothing. I'm not really sure how I should edit this fight to look cool, so I might honestly just make another montage. And there we go, the dragon is dead. I'm not sure why the sound was so quiet. It was honestly a bit disappointing, but we got a whole bunch of free levels now. I claimed myself the egg, and after building a little platform on the gateway portal, I went through as now I was on the search for an elytra. And as you might expect, it wasn't that easy. Surprisingly though, I spotted a huge looking city in the distance after not too long. And just look at that. Oh my goodness, that just looks rad. With how big this place was, I was fully expecting to be here for the next 5 years. And I spent a good chunk of time fighting off shulkers. The shulker room alone just felt huge. huge. I'm gonna be honest though, even with the mod that makes this place look insane from the outside, the inside of the rooms weren't really that interesting. They just felt mostly normal. I also found myself a totem of non-breaking in this chest. I wonder what that does. And what we've all been waiting for. We got this really weird looking sideways ship. And if you couldn't tell, I was really nervous that there's going to be a hole somewhere. And here we are. We made it. This actually looks kind of cool. The chest actually had great loot. Here I claim my elytra. Hell yeah, sky's the limit. Don't worry, I also claimed the dragon head before I left. And off I go. Made my way home, skipped the end credits, and then I just kind of walked around my house and thought, wow, I just beat the dragon. Like, that's really cool, but like, what now? I guess I just decided to put my Ender Dragon head right here, and then decided against that. I guess I'll just keep it in my chest because I can't figure out where to put it. I guess in sort of like a celebration, I decided to listen to Other Side. Alright guys, now I must make a speech to celebrate. And I'm gonna just say, dang bro, that dragon fight was crazy. And we still have 48 days left to go until we're done. Okay, anyways, I did a bunch of enchanting with all the levels I got from the dragon. Then I decided to start building an actual organized chest room over here, since all my stuff was just kind of scattered in all those other chests. Not quite sure what I was picturing, but it ended up being really weird. I also decided that I wanted to have an entrance to this area from the outside. It took me a while to figure out where to put it though. This will probably work. I also can't really remember why I dug this whole thing out, but spoiler alert, it didn't really turn out as well as I thought. I also spent way too long in this place. Like, way too long. And this definitely looked like a little more than just an entrance. The entire chest area just kind of jutted out from the cave. And I was planting trees. I guess I needed more wood. And after the crops are grown, they actually look really pretty now. And I spent the rest of day 54 just expanding the absolute crap out of this now massive storage bunker. I guess I was planning for this to be my storage bunker until the end of time. During the stormy night of day 54, I just mined trees because I knew I was going to need a lot of wood to make all the chests for the storage area, and this continued all the way until the morning, and all the way until the night as well. During this process, I came across a wandering trader that sold an Ocean Ancient City map. That low-key sounds interesting. I'll buy one. And now time to place some of the chests. After all the tree mining, I actually filled up a decent portion of the chest area, and then I just spent the rest of the night polishing this place up. At around 2 a.m. on day 58, I finally finished all the walls and stuff, and from the outside, it looked pretty weird. I don't really think I liked it that much, but it's whatever. And now comes Minecraft's most brutal task, organizing all my stuff into the chests. And I'll just fast forward all the way until early morning on day 60 when I was finished doing that. And I finally made myself an ender chest. Bought some mending books and then made my way to the XP farm to repair my tools. And I also forgot to mention that we're in the fall season now, if you can't tell by the color of the grass. I finished up on the early morning of day 61 and can't really exactly remember why, but I started digging a tunnel in the villager area. Looking back, I think I might have just wanted a bunch of cobblestone, and this lasted for quite a while. Not sure why I dug so many tunnels and needed all that cobblestone. And oh, it looks like I just continued digging again. What the hell? So I was finally done there. I crafted some fireworks and then enchanted my elytra. Now I have the ability to fly wherever I want. And now I'd use this time to chop the forest down. Yeah, I know. This is the most exciting thing ever. You can calm down now. Mysterious thunder strike turned out to just be a couple of skeleton horses. I guess that's pretty cool. And let me tell you, nothing beats how beautiful the sunset is. And what the hell was that I just did? For the first time in this playthrough, I farmed my farm. And this stupid zombie ruined one of my crops. How dare you do such a thing? I guess I decided to multiply my cows with the wheat, and then trade some for emeralds. After the villager leveled up, I happened to notice that this guy sells 1 emerald for 1 melon. Which, let's just say, I wrote that in my notes for later. And now I started removing my sugarcane. I was going to build a new farm. And then I finished clearing the trees on the other side. And this huge block of land? Nah, we don't need it. Despite my super quick shovel, this was not a very quick process. I also bought an overworld city map in the process. I'm very curious what that is. I'll have to check that out at some point. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to another day of mining dirt. A beacon really would have been useful for mining the stone, though. Well, that definitely didn't take forever. It's day 68 now. How long did I spend doing all that? Alrighty, well, I guess I need some sheep now. Can't remember why I needed sheep, but I guess I needed them. As I was making a new farm, it was time to take this one down. And this is quite the scene. And here's to a slow start of what would become something much bigger. A melon farm. I spent the morning on day 69 mining trees again, and I'm already moving the sheep now, even though I just put them there before. Although this is a much better spot for them. And I got my first couple of melons. Nice. Although if I was going to use melons for emeralds, I was going to need more villagers, and that requires making baby villagers. And if I don't want the baby villagers to escape, I'm going to need to change this entrance. Alrighty, y'all are finally free from your cages. And I'm going to expand your space so I can fit more villagers. I genuinely have so much space to work with here, like damn, just look at this. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using all of it. I'm definitely going to need more sheep though. That's probably why I got those sheep earlier. And I guess I got impatient because I didn't have very many sheep and decided to fly over to the village to steal their beds. Wow, I really am such a menace. I really just robbed these guys of their sleep, like damn. Well, anyways, the village was pretty big, so I got a lot of beds for my villagers. Alrighty, I'll take my potatoes. Mallory, why are you staring at me like that? I guess I decided to move the beds to the left because they weren't breeding. And I guess that got them breeding. Then I got started my new farm right here. Let's just say that I made this into a really big farm. I don't know why I needed it to be so big, but you know what? I guess I wanted a big farm. Now it looks really pretty, and I expanded it even more. Wow, what a shocker. I branched off a little bit to the side, and this is where I was going to put my melon farm. And I guess I just decided to use bone meal to make this faster. And here's some of my progress. Farm is coming along. This actually looks pretty. I expanded the melon farm all the way over to the other side of the river. And to prepare for all the melons I was going to have, I was going to need a bunch of farmers that would give me emeralds for them. And then I took to the skies of the nether. And wow, look at this place. This looks magnificent. I really wasn't expecting the place to look like this. And I guess I was here to repair my shovel with quartz. I guess I figured this would be faster than using the XP farm that I had. I also got glowstone while I was at it. And when I got back, I got attacked by more pillagers. And you probably know what I'll be doing with this wool. Yup, I got more beds for these guys. And holy crap, there are a ton of beds in here now. Ah, yes. I love mining melons with a pickaxe. How optimal is this, am I right? At least I got some free emeralds out of it, though. And now I can buy golden carrots. This will soon be my main source of food. I just need some more melons. Yup, I made a whole second side to the melon farm. Soon to be more. One thing that was pretty obvious at this point was that the melons grow pretty fast. Let's just say that staying up the night probably wasn't the best choice while working on the farm. Yep, I had 2 creepers blow up. Are you serious? Oh my god, make that 3. Well, on the bright side, I pretty much have infinite melons now, which I can turn into emeralds. Although I need to level up the other farmers to get the trade from them. Even without the zombie doctor discount, I still get crazy profit with these melons. And I finally decided to get silk touch on an axe. This would definitely come in handy with those melons. And now the cycle will continue. And now I can trade for some golden carrots for a great source of food. For reasons that I cannot really remember, I've replanted my sugarcane, and then I had a near-death experience with a creeper. Then I made a bunch of shears that I'll be using to mine for leaves for an enderman farm. Yeah, watching this back, I was kind of all over the place in this playthrough, but you know what? That's how we roll around here. And I'm not quite sure if I really mentioned this, but if you couldn't tell, I have a ton of villagers now. And now I'm also just in the process of getting ready for the enderman farm. And funny enough, I actually forgot to mark where the stronghold was. Wow, how convenient is that? At least I had Eyes of Ender though, and a beautiful view on the way. It wasn't too hard to relocate the stronghold, and this is quite a fun way to get down. Zombies also really like setting me on fire. And this time I decided to put a nether portal in the portal room so I could easily get here from the nether. And back to the end I go. Just need to collect some ender pearls real quick. I also made the staircase look nicer and also safer while I was at it. I get really nervous in the end, so I like to make this whole thing safe. And now I'll be building the Enderman farm here. It's times like this where I kinda wish I had actually used replay mod because that would make this footage so much cooler. I also didn't really mention, but building these farms is the most terrifying part of hardcore to me. And I also speak from having PTSD from my previous world where I kinda fell off the farm and you know how that goes. I went with a simple design here. Didn't really feel like going through the pain of building one of those like one-shot farms that are like really tall. And I named my Endermite Jerry. Now time to unleash this monstrosity. This definitely wasn't scary at all. What I like about this farm design is that it's a quick build, and I'm up and running in almost no time. Although I would need a better sword since it wasn't a one-shot farm. It was also really laggy for some reason, even without shaders. If I wanted to use this farm efficiently though, I would need to put an enchantment table right next to it to make things easier. And wow, how pretty. Decided to use this time to make a better sword, and got Sweeping Edge 3 on it. And after getting Sweeping Edge 3, that alone just made the farm way better. But I still wanted to upgrade my sword anyways. I also upgraded a lot of other things along the way. And then I flew away with 41 levels. Now I've got an axe I can power through these melons. You already know I was going to get some crazy profit out of this. These books are so free now. And this is the only time I'll ever disenchant a Sharpness 4 sword. Yeah, it had knockback on it, and I don't really like knockback. Though I was still determined to get a Sharpness 5 sword, so I went back to the farm again. At least I got Efficiency 5 on my axe though. I also forgot to mention I'm pretty sure I got it on both my picks as well. But I forgot to bring lapis. Looks like I had a whole 2 stacks of it, but either I missed it or I just wanted more. So I guess I went back to the cave to get more. I also love when creepers just blow up the rest of the mobs. Guess I got a little confident here with my armor and just let this creeper blow up in my face. I also saw a really weird visual bug in the distance here. I literally saw the sunset in the cave before it just faded away. And I found a god apple in this dungeon chest. Wow, what a trip. And this is how the sun is supposed to look in a cave. This looks freaking epic. I'm honestly convinced that this shader pack looks better than any RTX you'll see in any game. Like, this just looks perfect to me. That was a pretty successful mining trip. But I immediately had to go back for obsidian because I lost my ender chest. That definitely wasn't tedious at all. Well, back to mining melons now. You know how this goes. I think I was expanding my sugarcane farm because I needed it to craft fireworks, and even without a creeper farm, I was able to craft a good bit of them. And even with most of my villagers not having the zombie discount, it still felt like I didn't have enough villagers to trade all my melons with. And this room was also kind of a mess, and I wanted to turn it into some sort of trading hall, but I didn't exactly know how to do that. It was easy to get new villagers into these things though, and when I tried to reset this guy's trades, this quickly became a disaster. I don't know why, but I tried fighting the iron golem, and this did not really work out in my favor. I almost ended up popping a totem. I was finally able to get this villager into here before he just popped right back into his bed. How dare you. Pretty much spent the whole morning on this, and this was also the day that the season changed to winter, which was pretty alarming now because the water was going to freeze and now my crops wouldn't grow. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even think about that when making my farm, so this was quite an emergency. I decided that the best way to keep the water from freezing was to put some lava under it, and this water froze right above my head. What a coincidence. My strategy though was to put lava, then glass, then water, and that seemed to work. For the melons though, I used torches. Unfortunately though, even with the water, the farm didn't produce any melons anymore. Not a single melon. This is really depressing. Not to mention my sugarcane was also being destroyed because of the ice. Well, on the bright side, I got a bunch of villagers in here, though they would be no use during the winter if my crops weren't going to grow. Tried to get the actual farmers into these spots, which was quite a pain. I eventually got it though, and I farmed my wheat for the first time. Big farm produces lots of wheat. Then when I was trying to trade, I found this weird glitch where this farmer just wouldn't trade with me, and shortly after, Jimmy wouldn't trade with me either. I have no idea why or if this is a glitch or whatever it was, but whatever, I guess they won't trade with me. And apart from those guys now, I have a little trading line where I can just go down the line and get emeralds from these guys. Alrighty, this might be a little out of nowhere, but a little explanation here for what I decided to do. I said screw it and modded the config file for the seasons mod to make it so crops would continue to grow during the winter. I did this because I didn't want the huge melon farm and villagers and stuff to just go to waste during the winter. And this is technically my video and my custom mod pack or whatever. So yeah, I know it's unrealistic, but hey, my video, my rules. I can play the game how I want. However, I would still need to put lava under these things to prevent the ice. At least I can expand the melon farm some more now, although now much more tedious with the ice. I added a whole new layer to the farm, and apparently when it's snowing, the snow seeps into the cobblestone. That's pretty cool. And try to guess what I did next. I added yet another layer to the melon farm. It just never ends, does it? Also, the mod pack apparently comes with features from Bedrock Edition, such as falling snow. And the cycle will continue some more. Another cool thing about the winter is now we got northern lights at night. This looks beautiful. Then I just tried fixing the villagers that wouldn't trade with me, but had no luck. And during this process, I also bought a bunch of random shit from these guys, like cookies and a bunch of suspicious stew. That'll definitely be yummy. And then I started getting ready to build a creeper farm. I decided it would probably be best to put it up here. Fighting off the mobs was quite a disaster. Took way longer than it should have. I spent the morning of day 91 just creating a base for the farm and digging this out. And as of typical winter fashion, the water gets frozen. I gotta have torches by every water source. I think my goal was to have this done before the end of 100 days, but the progress was slow and that was a bit worrying. But come to think of it though, this really shouldn't take a whole 10 days. Although things do move slower when you're following a step-by-step YouTube tutorial. By the morning of day 92, I had a pretty cool entrance to the collection area. And I also have no idea why I lit this tunnel with redstone torches. I could have easily just used regular torches, which that's what I decided to do. I guess I got bored and decided to take a melon break. And let me tell you, with 5 whole layers to the farm, I got almost 7 stacks of melons. We're really in the big numbers now. And now I'm making the main part of the farm, and I'm really not sure what to put here, so I'm just putting a crazy time lapse, I guess. And also, for some reason, whenever I speed any clip past 500% speed, the audio becomes really desynced, and I can't figure out how to fix that. So that sounds kind of goofy, I guess. It also became nighttime while I was doing this, started snowing, and I got attacked by phantoms. And by the second time I was getting attacked by phantoms, I said screw it, and I needed to sleep before it became morning. I had been trying to avoid sleeping so I'd have as much time as possible to get this done, but this quickly became a speedrun to get to my bed before the clock hit 6, and I managed to get there 7 seconds before 6. That surely was a close one. At least I won't have to deal with phantoms anymore though. I ended up adding even more layers to the farm, which was more than the YouTube tutorial said was needed, but I figured more layers could make it more efficient, so yeah, I made 10 layers. Hopefully this works well. And now the only thing left was the most tedious task of them all, which was putting trapdoors on all of the ceilings of each of those 10 layers. This had to be the most boring part of making this. Fast forward to the morning of day 95 and I was still placing trapdoors. Even with the crazy amount of wood I used for trapdoors, I still didn't have enough. It's kinda sad how so much wood translates to very little trapdoors, because it felt like I spent forever mining wood and I still didn't have that many trapdoors. And unsurprisingly, I had to get even more wood. I finally finished that, and then I just had to put the walls up. Annoyingly though, it seemed like the dispensers were lagging the game a lot. Not sure how evident that was on the video, but I remember being annoyed by that. Apparently I also ran out of cobblestone, so I had to go get more of that too. How convenient. I was finally done with the farm in the early morning of day 97, now deprived of cobblestone and wood. But I think at this point it's pretty much safe to say that we're pretty much at the end of the playthrough, and not much more really happens in the next 3 days. I haven't even built an AFK spot for the farm yet. It seems to be working. I also decided that I didn't want to make an AFK spot yet, since it's the end of the playthrough and that would be a boring end, and I already had a decent bit of fireworks for now, so I didn't really need it right now. But you already know that we're back on the melon grind. I guess now that we're pretty much at the end, I just wanted to spend the rest of the time cleaning up my house and making it look nicer as a way to finish it off, I guess. I also did some landscaping as well. I'm really glad that I did this though, because just a little bit of work makes this look way better. And I was still out of cobblestone from the creeper farm. I really didn't realize how much cobblestone I needed for it. I continued landscaping throughout the night, and I tried my best to make this look good, but I'm not really sure how well I did. Something looked weird about it to me. I tried adding some foliage, but there was too much dirt to finish that. I also made some changes to the villager area. Pretty basic stuff, but just wanted everything to look neater. And I think these lanterns look pretty nice. I even made some changes to the main part of the house, and I think this looks unique, and I kinda like it. And if you didn't notice, we're also now on day 99, pretty much our final day. I was pretty much just using this time to add stuff to every part of my house, and this would be the last time in the video that I will harvest my melons. And to top it off, it seems like almost all of them are grown. And villagers, it's been an honor. As much as y'all were a pain to work with, you guys really helped me out a lot, and were a big part of the playthrough, and I hope I can return to you guys for 200 days. I made some final touches to the house, and then I was able to add some foliage here now. And in just the last 2 days, I was able to make this place look a lot nicer, I think. I guess I got bored and decided to check on the gunpowder farm to find 52 gunpowder in it, which was honestly surprising because I'm pretty sure the farm isn't even designed to work when you're not in an AFK spot. So that's a really good sign, and if these rates keep up, I might not even need to AFK it. Just look at how many fireworks I have already. And I really didn't know what to do with the rest of my time, so I think I just kinda called it here. And I decided to celebrate by listening to Otherside again. I'm gonna be honest, this moment just kinda felt surreal to me. Like 100 days might not seem that crazy, but the journey to get here was kinda crazy for me. I first had the idea for this video back in November of 2022, and the first world I had, I ended up dying on day 97 after falling off my Enderman farm. It was really demotivating, and I kinda quit the idea until many months later, around March of 2023 I think I started recording for this video. I added a ton more mods for this playthrough than what I had in the last. I was also in high school at the time I was recording this video, and I'm in college now. And let's just say I got kind of busy in my life once I finished recording this video, and even though I think it was like around May when I finished recording, I got a job and also a girlfriend and kind of just ditched all the recordings for a while as I didn't really have much time to edit, but I eventually realized it would probably be worth it. So I spent the last couple of months trying my best to grind this out. I do want to do 200 days, but I am worried about the implications for how long that would take. Being a college student really makes this not too easy, but depending on how well this video does, I will probably be making it 200 days at some point, and I'll try my best for it to not take another year. I also do want to see in the comments like what kind of videos I should upload if I do continue to upload or if this video blows up. Well, enough of that. I got bored of the song and eventually just slept the night to finish it off. And there we go. Day 100. I guess at this point, I'ma just say, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I guess this is where I officially call it now. And maybe I'll see you guys for 200 days. Alrighty, peace out, y'all.